This is a short overview, really a 5,000-foot view of what's happening with a company that was called Tavala that was recently purchased by a brand new company called ViiVa. I'm going to share with you just some of the key concepts of what's happening in this transition so you can get a better sense of, is this potentially something for you to dig into a little bit more and perhaps find your new home in this industry. My name is Dave DeVeredinas. My wife Joy and I have built a couple of rather large organizations in different companies. And we happened upon Tavala when they first started 2 years ago and asked for us to be a part of their enterprise. We resigned from another company and came on full force to Tavala. Now, about 4.5 months ago, a group of, well, they were investors, but at the same time, they're the new management team of a company called ViiVa. It's headed up by Kent Wood. If you're familiar with Kent or have been in this industry, you've heard of a company called Zango. Kent was the CEO and one of the founders of Zango, one of the fastest growing companies in this segment in the early 2000s. Two more of his people that had worked with him there, Craig Johansson and Devin Glazier, who later went off to start another company called Kivana, have all gotten back together with the support of one other major investor out of Asia. Their goal was to develop a company that had huge strength and roots in North America as well as in Asia, including China. This all came together and they began looking for products. They came to Tavala and our owner and formulator because they loved one of our products. It was called Tavala Trim, metabolism booster, an appetite suppressant, a fabulous product, and they wanted something like that. What they didn't know was our previous owner, his wife was quite ill. And being in his mid 80s, he was thinking about getting out of the business. So he proposed that they buy his company since he already had the product they were looking for. That wasn't their original idea, but after looking, they decided this would work for them. So this management team and group of investors, actually there's 4 millionaires and 1 billionaire who decided to start ViiVa, now own Tavala. So what does that mean today? We are moving to the actual launch of Tavala. We currently have products though. So in most pre-launches, you don't have product. You're just out there getting people excited and everybody's running, but nobody's making money. Well, with our situation, we're the legacy group of ViiVa because we were already existing. We actually already have products. We still have our trim product, our quantum relief strips, our Amazon superfruits. And so we're still earning money while this launch is getting ready to happen. Okay. Let me give you a little detail just in a few areas that you may want to then dig into and explore further. First of all, the compensation plan. The compensation plan is going to be moving to a hybrid binary. And now I know in this industry after 15 years, when you hear binary, one of the biggest complaints is, yeah, but you got to build 2 legs, right, to earn money. These guys have come up with an idea that I've never seen before in this industry. They're calling it Pay Plus. Pay Plus allows somebody to come in, build just 1 leg, and earn up to $1,500 per month. Now think about that. Someone comes in and maybe they're not a big enroller, but they do know somebody. Well, historically, if you brought that new person in and they just really did a fantastic job, you being the person bringing them in a binary, if you weren't building that second leg, you would make $0 out of the deal. So now there's a way for someone to bring someone on and still earn money, even if they don't have the time or the bandwidth to develop their own team. That's example 1. Example number 2, when you're attracting other leaders that say they already have a team and they're coming into the new ViiVa, and when they come here, instead of having to split their team up to the one or the other leg of a binary, they could literally come in and build the 1 leg with their existing team, get their check up to $1,500 a month, and then start building their other leg. So the possibilities with this, again, I have never seen this in the industry before, and it takes out the conversation of you got to build 2 legs. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, technology. This management team and these investors have invested hundreds of thousands of dollars so far in a couple of things. One, they have a full-time SEO manager. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. So they've got an expert in-house that is driving people to the website. That means big news for your business, right? Number two, technology. Everybody has an app, right? We all have apps on our phone. In fact, you can buy them. They're off the shelf. On our last company, my wife and I actually developed our own app. It cost a couple $1,000s. For these guys, that wasn't good enough. What they did is they went to the same company that developed the app for the Sony Corporation and developed the app for Honda Corporation. And those guys developed an app for ViiVa. Imagine doing a quick live that you're going to share to Facebook, and you go 10-second live, and then you attach a video from the company that goes on Facebook. Next, imagine when one of your family, friends, people that you may know sees the video, and there's a little button there that they can click on, and without leaving Facebook, a box pops up and they can actually purchase and buy from you right then. Technology is a piece I've never seen what these guys are doing technology-wise, but they have already invested hundreds of thousands of dollars to make this piece happen. Imagine how your business can grow with that kind of technology, as well as what's coming in the compensation plan. Now, currently we have all of the products that Tavala had, and so we are still making great money. And you can be part of that starting today as you build and start pulling your team together for when this transitions into ViiVa. So we're excited to share this beginning part of the opportunity with you. There's a lot more detail. We have videos coming out on the whole compensation plan. We have the products that the ViiVa is now coming out with. The demographics are looking at is 30 to 45, 30 to 50, female, which is obviously the biggest market segment in this industry and in this market. And so that's what they're going after. So they're young, they're mobile, they understand technology, they have new families, and we're going to be focusing on breakfast as the most important meal of the day with all of our products. And we're going to keep the trim for gaining and giving energy, losing weight like that. There's a lot of facets here that I am not going to get into. I just wanted to say thank you for spending a few minutes just to see what the potential might be here. Now, when we came to Tavala, we never saw all of this happening. And I am not going to say this is the next billion-dollar company. That's an overused term in this industry. And the reality is most companies never, ever hit that. But what I've watched from this management team, who are called partners, and what they're doing, they're the actual management team and the investors, is creating a company that has the right technology, that they're putting in the right funds, that they thought through the process of the compensation plan. So every piece compels somebody to want to play bigger and do better for themselves and their family. Like I said, I'm not going to say it's the next billion-dollar company, but what I will say is it might be your next home. But that's something you need to take a look at and decide. In either case, get back to the person who shared this with you. Give them a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either way, right? Hey, I'm good for now. Thanks so much for sharing. Then keep an eye on us. Or maybe you want to do some more research and dig in a little bit more. We'd be glad to provide more detail for you. This is Dave DeBerardinis. I want to thank you again for spending a few minutes. Looking forward to have a more in-depth conversation with you in the future. Have a fabulous rest of your day. You absolutely deserve it.